I'm here today with a demo review video. I don't know why that was so hard to say. A demo review video of the new Huda Beauty. This is called the Faux Filter Luminous Matte Foundation. I have it all pulled up here on my iPad. This retails for $40. You do get 1.18 fluid ounces. I have an old video of trying her older foundation. I don't know if this was reformulated or if this is a totally different foundation, but the original one I do have a video on, so I will link it up here or whichever side it is. One of these sides, I'll link it, that way you can watch that video. So I believe that there's like 39 or 40 shades available. So a really nice range, and I'm in Toasted Coconut 240 Neutral, which is the 11th lightest shade. So there's 11 shades lighter than me, and then there's many darker shades. So I love that it has a really nice shade range. So I want to say I remember the old foundation having like a really strong smell. I know some of her products are like very heavily fragranced. I think like her powder is really fragranced. I don't think I have that powder actually. And I want to say I remember this like being super fragranced, but maybe it wasn't. This says it's a cult favorite fragrance-free foundation with full coverage up to 24 hours of wear in a luminous matte finish. Full coverage, matte finish, vegan, cruelty-free, blendable full coverage formula is fragrance-free. So great. I noticed there was no scent. Transfer-proof, waterproof, fade-proof, sweat and humidity-proof, and offers up to 24 hours of wear. The foundation is your new BFF no matter the weather, occasion, or situation. So this foundation was really intriguing to me for a few different reasons. One, you know, depending on where you live, we're wearing masks off and on throughout the day, and I know the inside of my mask has a lot of makeup transfer. So if this is transfer proof, that makes me really excited that hopefully taking my mask on and off, it's not gonna rub off on my nose. That's like my number one place where it typically rubs off is my chin and my nose, and then right here. Into warmer weather here where I live, it's almost like 80 degrees now at the like peak of the day. So something that is sweat resistant is really nice. You guys know I wake up really early in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. I get ready for the day, and then I go to the gym around 8. So having something that can hold up throughout my workout so I can keep on going about my day and getting stuff done is really nice. A lot of my foundations seem to hold up pretty well throughout my workouts. So I find a lot of my foundations are, you know, sweat resistant. Very normal skin type. I'm not sensitive. I don't have a ton of texture, and I'm a pretty even kill skin. Welcome. I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get into the Huda Beauty wear test and see how this lasts throughout the day. Okay, I did a self-tan yesterday. I used the Bali Body tanner that I showed in a recent Ulta haul. I'm not sure I like it. It went on real dark last night, and then I don't feel like it's all that tan because I was like 17 shades darker than I am right now last night. It was crazy how dark the tan guard is. But this is the Huda Beauty foundation. I have an old review of their old foundation. I will link it up here. So this is the new one, and this is the Faux Filter Luminous Matte Full Coverage Liquid Foundation. Life-proof, non-comedogenic, flawless filtered finish. Waterproof, super long wear 24 hours. Transfer-proof, fade-proof, sweat-proof, and humidity-proof. So all of those claims sound really good, right? Especially since a lot of us have to wear masks when we're out and about. It's starting to get into warmer weathers. Like here, it's almost getting into the 80-degree weather. So hopefully the transfer and all of that, transfer proof and all of that is really true. So let's give it a good shake. All right, so let's give it a good shake. I got Toasted Coconut 240N. I had gotten a different shade before, and it just was not the right shade. So let me tell you how I prepped my skin. I used my sunscreen. This is the Dermalogica Prisma Protect SPF 30. Used my All Nighter by Urban Decay. It's one of my favorite primers of all time. And then in my T-zone, which I do every day, a little bit of the e.l.f. Poreless Putty. So this is a Beauty Blender foundation. I got a lot of shades when I mentioned this. I'm in shade 2.5N. I do need to get a tanner shade. But I love this to put all of my foundation on. So we're gonna do 2 pumps here. You can see it's a pretty thick foundation. I remember last time the foundation smelled really strong, but I'm not noticing a strong scent this time. And I always do my foundation with a beauty blender. I really just don't like applying my foundation with a sponge. So I'm gonna use a beauty blender because that's kind of what I always use. This is actually the e.l.f. sponge and I love it. It's huge, it's so soft and bouncy. It's funny how when I'm filming on my phone, it looks a little bit more yellow, but in person, it's like literally a perfect match to my neck. Like in this lighting, it is almost a perfect match. But for some reason on my camera, it shows a different color because that looks real yellow. But then in person, it's really like not. It's got great coverage. You can see there. And really, my pores look so smoothed over. It's pretty phenomenal. Let me get this layer on. So I don't know what's going on with my skincare or like what is happening, but so much of my products are like getting that pilling. And it's not all over my face. It's just like right here and then like on my chin. It's really quite bizarre actually. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose. Okay, so I'm looking in the mirror here and it's a pretty flawless. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out how I can adjust the lighting here that doesn't, that's a little better. Like things are looking way more yellow than they actually are in real life. Again, it's super early in the morning. It's not even 6 a.m. So I have no natural light here. I just have my ring light. Okay, I've not done my forehead yet, but it looks so pretty. It looks really pretty. It didn't accentuate any texture. My nose is a little dry, but that's just my nose. But I think it looks really, really pretty. Forehead looks good. Yeah, and gets really, really beautiful. But the color is actually like spot on perfect, contrary to what I'm seeing on my camera. But anyways, I think it's really pretty. So I'm excited to see how this wears throughout the day. I have finished up the rest of my makeup. It is 6:44 now. So it's been on close to an hour. And you can see it looks really nice. I feel like my it smoothed over my pores. My skin looks really nice. It's great coverage. You can see here the color is like not crazy. I don't know why it was looking so weird earlier. All my products went over it really smoothly. It doesn't feel tacky anymore. I did set it with a little slight bit of powder, which I do with everything. It was just this Boots number 6 in medium 2. There's not really a lot of coverage or anything to this. It just kind of like tames down any tackiness. So we're gonna call like the official time that I applied the foundation. We're just gonna say 6:15 because it was somewhere between 6 and 6:30 that I was doing my makeup. I was done about 6:30 and it's now 6:45. So let's just say like 6:15 is the time that it was fully applied. But it looks super pretty right now. I really, really like it. I hope it does better than the Clinique foundation that I tried. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it here. But so far, it's looking really, really pretty. Okay, back in for a check-in. It's 12:30. Like I said, I would check in. We're declining rapidly. Oh gosh, you can definitely see. So, oh wow, that looks so bad. Look at that. So I was at Live Swim Lessons. It was insanely humid in there because it's 72 outside. So it was indoor swimming pool. Insanely humid, like sweating. But look at how bad it looks. Look right here. I'm gonna get into the light. Oh, that's gross. Oh, look at this. Yeah, that's nasty. So definitely not 24-hour wear. I do not have oily skin either. Look at this. It's so bright. Sorry, I'm squinting. Wow, we're quickly declining. This is not gonna make it to a 12-hour wear test, I can tell you that. It looks rough. I even drug it down my neck, and look how patchy it is on my neck. And I drug it, you know, blended it down my neck. Look at that. It's like crackling. Sorry, you can see up my nostrils. That's really gross. Yeah, this is really disgusting. Sorry, it's so bright. It's like I can't even open my eyes. Gross. Well, it's another foundation that's not for me. If you have, and like I said, I have normal skin. So from far away here, it actually doesn't look too bad. But once you're like in the, okay, here, now you can see it again in more natural, less bright light. It's like breaking down on my chin. It looks so cakey. Yeah, gross. Every time I film anything or like vlog, he wants to be in it, huh? Yes. So anyways, we're not even, what time did I say, 6:30? So we're like 6 hours in and it looks awful. Great. Okay, back for another check-in. 2:28. I was just eating Doritos and I peeled off all my nails. One popped off and then, you know, just decided we're gonna change them all. But, okay, I did lay down for a little nap for about 45 minutes. So I had my face smushed in a pillow. I do have to say, on this part of my face, it's looking really good. Like transfer, I feel like it did not transfer onto my pillow. My nose is looking greasy. Right here is looking greasy. And the center of my forehead is looking really greasy. I feel like, I don't know if it's from sleeping or what, I feel like a lot of the grease around my chin has kind of worn off. You remember how that looked a little rough earlier? I feel like that kind of subsided actually. I'm gonna take my beauty blender again, nothing on it, and just kind of blot. If I don't do this, it's gonna like be a mess. I didn't put any of my stuff that I put my T-zone, the e.l.f. primer. Like I use that with like every foundation. I use it every day and I never feel like it makes my T-zone oily. And I did not apply it to my chin or the center of my forehead. So I don't think that that is what's making it a little bit oily. But that seemed to help a little bit. It does look better now. Let me see. Looking better now. I was just looking like a massive Tin Man earlier. It was weird. It looked like I had put highlighter all over my face, which was really bizarre. I don't know if that was just because of the humidity of where I was at, and then like it kind of like made everything look like it was sitting on top of my skin. But then now I feel like it's gone back down. So that's interesting. That's something to definitely keep in mind. Like if you live in a really humid area, like Redding is really dry. Like it's a very dry, hot heat, not like a humid like Hawaii or Texas. So I would be curious to know if it would do something similar to what it did from the swimming pool. Because at the swimming pool, it definitely felt, it almost, okay, this is like the best way I can think of to describe. It was almost like it was so humid that like the moisture like lifted it off of my skin and then had it sitting on my skin. But it almost had this weird glowy, like shimmery Tin Man look to my skin. Like I'd look and it just looked glowy. Like if you took a shimmering skin perfector from Becca, like the liquid one, and applied it all over your face. Like it looked really bad and it was really breaking up. But now, after like I laid down, my body is like back to its normal environment, a more drier heat. Obviously our house is air conditioned. I feel like it doesn't look as bad because I was really questioning. I have a bunch of errands that I need to run and I was really questioning whether or not I should go run them because I felt like my makeup looked that bad. But now it's actually not looking too bad at all. Like I would go out like this. So there's that update. So it kind of like was great. Then it kind of like took a turn for the worst and then it like turned back around and is now looking good again. So it's definitely a foundation that I feel like on film, well, on video, looks really, really nice. Like I said, I was Marco Poloing Sam and she was like, oh my gosh, what foundation do you have on? It looks so good. And I'm like, oh, it's the HUDA one that we're trying out. And then like in person, I would catch glimpses of it, like, oh, it just doesn't look great. But I feel like from when I put it on, that was when it looked the best. And then now is like the second best. So it like looked great, declined, hit rock bottom, and then like veered back up. I don't know how that's possible. I've literally never had a foundation do that before. So that's really interesting. And it's 2:30. So we've had this on for a long time. I can't do math. 6:30 is when we put it on. So we're at 8 hours. So 8 hours of wear, it looks really good. I'm really shocked and surprised. I for sure thought after my nap that it was going to be rough. I didn't even look in the mirror between when I got Liv up from her nap, took her to my in-laws, and came home. I didn't even look in the mirror, and I was like, oh, it's gonna look so bad when I go upstairs. And then I came up, and just now I'm like, oh, actually it looks pretty good. So that's where we're at 8 hours. I'll probably do one more check-in, and we'll see if it keeps looking great or if it ends up, going downhill again. Okay, it is 7:12. Final check-in. We've had this on for 13 hours. I'm ready to wash my face. Today, if you have children, you have some days that are very difficult parenting days, and they feel like failed parenting days. And today was a really hard parenting day where multiple times I almost just broke down and started crying. So today was one of those days, and my makeup, I feel like, reflects that. I feel you can see it in my face that I'm just like defeated today. So let's do this final check-in. It's looking really bad. It's worn off a lot on my forehead. My nose looks atrocious. It's so greasy. It's worn off a lot right here. All around my nose is worn off. Like, it just looks really bad. I did have to wear a mask once today because it's the only time I went anywhere, like in public. We don't have to wear a mask at swim lessons. But when I went into Starbucks, I wore a mask for 3 minutes to go get my drink. And it wore off all around my nose. So that's the final check-in. This foundation is better than the Clinique one that I tried. But it's not good enough that I would continue to wear it. The foundation I really love that I wear all the time, that holds up great all day, every day, it's almost gone. I think we're about right here. Is this one the Your Skin But Better? If this is backwards, it's because I'm filming on my phone. So I really like that one. It works really good for me. So sorry for the change of mood, I guess. I just am absolutely, it's 7:16 and I'm like, both my kids are going to bed. It has been a defeated parenting day, and that's just real life. And sometimes that's really hard to hide and act like everything is dandy and great when you just had a really rough day. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I promise I'll probably be in a better mood in the next video. I was in a good chipper mood all day today. It's just 7 o'clock and it's been a doozy of a day. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.